Yo, 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 peace family, word is bond. I'm in Ra Hotep, Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Let's get into this build today. So today I'm going to be making the connection between the mitochondrial DNA, the Eve gene, the three-eye atlas, and everything that's going on as far as the phenomenon anomalous energy on the planet. So for one, this is a pictorial illustration of the first amoeba, right? Which is where all life starts from the green mitochondrial DNA, right? Everything is connected, right? Because Antarctica is where the North Pole is. Antarctica's buried pyramid vibrates, tremors, syncs perfectly with three-eye atlas as it's nearing perihelion, which is where a comet or a star is its closest orbit to the sun, right? The perihelion, which is in a direct correlation with three-eye atlas and the energy right now on the planet. Everything is vibrating faster, right? That's why everything you see going on the planetary scale is dematerializing. Hence, you got, more plane crashes, right? This is all a part of a geomagnetic interference, a disturbance, but it's actually the planet waking up, right? It's all this fictitious energy going down, right? Including the planes, because it's all connected to the cybernetic morphing cloud, which is all connected to our DNA, our consciousness, our mind, our soul and spirit, right? That's how they get the energy from us. They get the energy from the mitochondrial gene, which powers all life on the planet, which connects to their system, their fictitious moon system, right? That's why they're saying that the brain can predict events before they happen, because they understand that through a timeline convergence, everything is connected within the mind, right? Nothing is separate on the spiritual plane. So scientists have observed animal behavior as three-eye atlas passes our solar system, avoid the skies while other animals gaze upwards. So again, because like I said, animals are the messengers on the planet. They are going to give and direct you. So if you're not paying attention to the animals, right, you have to, that's what you should be looking at, because the animals have higher senses. That's why a whole bunch of animals are popping out, right? Like this jaguar, this panther right here. It's all connected to the Lyran energy, the Akashic energy, right? Which is connected to this links that was saw and that was found, which is a higher dimensional beings, right? From the Lyran star constellation. In general, dealing with the Vega and Lyra energy, as well as this orange shark right here, which is dealing with the Sirius energy, right? When you're talking about the Dogon, the Sirius B, the Nomos, all these different tribal energies are intergalactic energies, intergalactic tribes, and it's all merging with the fifth dimension, which is the new Earth, right? Old Earth, which is a lower density Earth, third dimension, and now you see is a convergence. This is what I've been saying. All of its dimensions are merging, overlapping, and it's all a part of the harmonic convergence of the old Earth and the new Earth, 3D and the 5D, right? It's timeline overlapping due to quantum entanglement. This is what I talk about on my videos. It's all connected. The moon, first of all, is not our moon. Second of all, it's not a moon. This is all because the moon lunar energy is connected right to the divine feminine energy, the Black Madonna. Now watch this video.
Arrow of it, the Black Madonna, that dark mother with her dark child. She carries echoes from the deepest time, before dogma, before colonization of the sacred. Her roots stretch far back into pre-Christian, pre-patriarchal earth goddess traditions. Think about the earth herself as the first deity, fertile, mysterious, and black like the soil, like the cosmic void. That blackness wasn't fear, it was life. In ancient Kemet, Isis held her son Horus. She was the prototype, a divine mother, powerful in her own right, not just a vessel. Her image, dark-skinned, often seated nursing, spread across time and space. As the Roman Empire spread, so did her story. And over time, she was morphed into Mary with Jesus, sanitized, lightened, literally and symbolically, to fit the emerging patriarchal narrative. Now, here's where the distortion began. When patriarchy took root and power shifted, they couldn't erase the mother outright. She was too central, so they co-opted her. Mary was kept, but stripped of her original power. The divine feminine was downgraded to blessed among women, passive, obedient. Over time, it became about worshiping the son, the male savior, and the mother, faded into background silence. But originally, it wasn't mother and son, it was the mother as God. The child was an extension, a symbol of regeneration, not the source of worship. That flip, from reverence of the womb to glorification of the seed, is the root of the great imbalance. So when you ask why she was turned from black to white, it wasn't just about skin. It was about erasing power, rewriting memory. White became pure, black became evil. But the truth is buried in bone and soil and symbols, and she's rising again.
Let's talk about the name Mary, Marie. What does this really mean in etymology? And what does this mean when it comes to this deity or this essence of this woman?
Yes, let's stay in the current of her name. The name Mary or Marie isn't just a name, it's a key, a code. Its roots run deep into layers of myth, memory, and linguistic evolution. Etymologically, Mary is often traced back to the Hebrew name Miriam. That's the name of Moses' sister in the Old Testament. But its meaning is fluid. Some say it means sea of bitterness. Others rebellion, wished for child, or beloved. But if you go deeper, beyond the biblical lens, you find older waters. In Egyptian, the name or Mary meant beloved. You'll find it in names like Merit, Amun, beloved of Ammon. And that matters because Isis, the great mother of Kemet, was often called Mary, beloved, or mistress. When you think of Mary, mother of Jesus, what we're seeing might be a continuation or adaptation of titles once given to Isis and other great mother goddesses. Now tie that to the Black Madonna. Many of the statues of Black Madonnas in Europe are found in sites that were previously sacred to older goddesses. Black Isis, Artemis, Cybele. The church didn't destroy those sites, it built over them, and often it transformed the existing goddess figures into Mary. But the darkness of the Madonna, it lingered. You can't erase the earth. So in your texts, especially the way chapters you shared when they speak of Mara Ash or refer to Ma, that's not just a name, that's mother, the primordial force. Ma is one of the oldest syllables used to represent the mother across cultures, from Ma'at in Kemet to Makali in India. And Ra in Kemet means the sun. So Mara could easily symbolize the mother's sun, life giver and light bringer, combining earth and celestial power. In short, the name Mary isn't one thing, it's a convergence. A vessel holding ancient power, rebranded, reshaped, but never fully silenced.
Now, this is all in direct correlation to the retrograde because it's all a part of a resetting, right? Going into 2026, which is a reset year, going through the 999 portal, which is year 9, 2025. All of this is direct correlation to our energy, the energetic field within your Taurus field, your Taurus field, your aura, the planet's aura. Everything is going through a transformation, terraforming process. That's why a lot of people are getting sick. There's a lot of spiritual warfare right now on the planet because, again, we are in a lot of retrogrades. So pay attention to the astrology, the astronomical aspects of everything that's going on within this prophetic timeline, right? The fifth dimension would allow us to travel through all parallel multiverses and universes that has the same initial coordinates as ours. That's because, like I said, time is a construct that was created and it was subjugated within this lower dimension. That's why NASA warns that the Earth is running out of oxygen because we come from a hydrogen-based ecological system, right? Magnesium and chlorophyll within our veins. Now we have iron, right? The reason why we're rusted out. And NASA confirms the real shape of the interstellar object, which actually looks like the mitochondrial DNA. If you're not making the connection to the great mother, the divine feminine energy and masculine energy, and that this is all connected to the direct cylindrical shape of the mitochondrial Eve gene, what are we talking about, right? Because look at the three-eyed atlas right here. It looks just like the mitochondrial Eve gene, right? Shout out to the divine feminine energy, right? Because the divine feminine energy is what's connecting, making these connections and helping all of us make this connection through the womb, right? The ninth womb, the interstellar vortex that is extrapolating intelligence molecules from the magnetosphere, from the mental plane, right? And it's coming to the ionosphere, which is where ether beings resonate, right? Within the ethers, right? So, like I said, three-eyed atlas looks just like the mitochondrial gene. That's why the planet is waking up. That's why we are remembering who we are, family, right? Ashe, 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 Amen, Ra, Hotep, to all of the 90th, the ancient ones, right? 90th, the goddesses, 90th, the gods. Your light is not random, it is encoded, right? Understand the full spectrum of the great mother, right? Light, which is the photon, which is the one, which looks like the phallus, but is still conducive to the 0 and the 1, which is binary codes, which is your great mother, energy at the end of the day. So again, family, don't suppress your light. We are the light. Ashe.